Hello and welcome, I am AshySource, aka Ashy, and today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Age The Veilguard again. Today I'm going to be talking about the reviews and things that I learned from the reviews and overall roundup. If this is the type of content you would like to see, use Dragon Age or BioWare, then you're in the right place, so like and subscribe to see more. Let's jump into it. So first off, I'm going to talk about how Dragon Age The Veilguard got an 84 on Metacritic. So that's actually decent for it, as the other games like Dragon Age Inquisition got a 85, Dragon Age 2 got a 79, and Dragon Age Origins got a 86. So that's actually decent in the Dragon Age franchise. That's around the normal amount that they get. Remember that Dragon Age Inquisition did win Game of the Year even with that status, so this is not that bad. They did get some negative comments, which I will be going through a roundup that's on the actual page of Dragon Age The Veilguard. For the mixed one, they have a 60 from VGC, they have a 60 from Sports Illustrated, they have a 60 from CD Action, they have a 70 from Eurogamer Poland, they have a 70 from GRY Online, a 70 from Shack News. Inverse gave them a 70, and Digital Trends gave them a 70. So that was the 8 of them that was on the PlayStation one. I'm reading the one from the PlayStation one because this one has 51 reviews on there. So it has an 84 from 51 reviews because it seemed like everyone mostly got it on there. For the Xbox version, just to give out those two, Game Reactor UK gave it an 80, Pure Xbox gave it a 90, CG Magazine gave it a 100, and Xbox Era gave it 100. And this is the one where they were saying that it was one of the best games of all time and saying it was a masterpiece. For the PC one, they have from Game Pressure, they gave them a 60. From VG247 gave it a 60. Guardian gave it a 60. RPG Site gave it a 60. Sector.sk gave it a 70. IGN France gave it a 70. A website from Turkey gave it a 72. I'm sorry if I cannot pronounce the name, I'll just pop it up here. The Games Machine gave it a 78. PC Gamer gave it a 79. 4players.de gave it a 80. IGN Portugal gave it a 80. MGG gave it an 80, Windows Central gave it an 80, IGN Dutchland gave it a 80, Vandal gave it a 84, Miri Station gave it an 85, Gaming Trends gave it an 85, GameStar gave it an 86, MMORPGs.com gave it an 88, IGN gave it a 90, WCCF Tech gave it a 90, PC Games gave it a 90, and But Why Though gave it a 100. Now for the positive reviews for PlayStation 5. Everyi.it gave it a 75. Multiplayer.it gave it a 75. IGN Brazil gave it a 75. IGN Italia gave it a 75. GameLiner gave it a 80. The Enemy gave it an 80. Eurogaming Portugal gave it an 80. GameBlogger.fr gave it a 80. Worth Playing gave it an 80. PushSquare gave it an 80. Deserto gave it a 80. The Gamer gave it an 80. TechRadar Gaming gave it an 80. ZhuVideo.com gave it an 85. DualShockers gave it an 85. Survivor gave it an 85. Noisy Pixel gave it an 85. Forbes gave it an 85. Games.ch gave it a 87. Hobby Consolas gave it a 90. God is a Geek gave it a 90. Screen Rant gave it a 90. Games Radar gave it a 90. Metro Game Central gave it a 90. Voxel gave it a 90. PC Games gave it a 90. Malditos Nerds gave it a 90. Games Hub gave it a 90. GOG Connected gave it a 90. GamePro Germany gave it a 92. Giga gave it a 93. PlayStation Universe gave it a 95. Digital Chumps gave it a 95. Eurogamer Germany gave it a 100. GameRant gave it 100, Gaming Bible gave it 100, Eurogamer gave it 100, Press Start Australia gave it 100, and Checkpoint Gaming gave it 100. So that is all of the roundup there, so I'll just put that all together so you guys can hear all of them. And that's about it. Now on to some other things that I learned from them, is that some people said that they didn't like certain companions, which were Tash and Bellara. Those were the ones that people said that they didn't really like that much, and I will say that's depending on personal taste. Some people said that they did not like doing the companion quest. There was also people who said that the gameplay was repetitive to them, and mentioning that Inquisition felt less repetitive. Once again, that is just what I'm mentioning. There was also people who said that they didn't like how your Rook felt. They said that your Rook felt like you couldn't make them into a character that you wanted. Instead, they felt like a baseball coach yelling at the kids or telling them to stop and stuff like that. That's what some people said. Some people said that the game just was not recommended. I know there's some videos online that people were saying that they do not recommend the game or they did not like the game. And I said, once again, that's personal opinion. Once again, this video is mostly just a roundup. There were some who were saying it was a masterpiece. Some people saying that it was the best game that he ever played or best BioWare BioWare game they've ever played. Some were even saying that it was a phenomenal RPG and that it was one of the best games that they played this year. Like, once again, there are people who are saying different things, so if you feel like you don't want to play this game, then I say wait and see how you feel afterwards. You can always get it on a sale or something like that. There were a bunch of games that came out this month with a 80/70 reviews, and people are enjoying it. So I will say that it's up to you and choose how you feel about the game before you take anyone's reviews. So yeah, they didn't really mention that much. Most of the spoilers they cannot mention. There were some characters that were going to return, and lastly, there's some news about Mass Effect that they just released, and it was from Mike Gamble, who works at BioWare and on the Mass Effect team. He said the next Mass Effect game will be photorealistic, and it will still keep the mature tones to it. So anyone who's worried about it going to look like Dragon Age, apparently it won't. And from what we've seen from that teaser, I know some people don't like to take teasers, but this game will be made in the Unreal Engine 5, I'm pretty sure. So it's definitely not going to be a Frostbite game. And the problem with this game is that the Frostbite engine was very limited, and that's why this game ended up looking like this. Also, once again, it was multiplayer. So I would not be surprised if they were trying to chase the multiplayer art style where it's kind of cartoony but also realistic. So I'm not surprised about that. But that's about it for today, and I have a lot to do today, so I'm just going to end it off here. That's all of the roundup. People said it's good. If you want to go play it now, you can go get the game if you feel like it's worth it to you. If you don't, keep your money in your pocket and save for a sale or something. And if you just don't genuinely want to, watch someone play through the game instead and getting your own opinion from watching someone else play it, then doing that. I did that a lot before I could get consoles and stuff like that, and that made some of my favorite games my favorite games, and some games I absolutely played myself and I still didn't like it. So I just say that choose your own opinion. Don't take everyone's opinions and think that, oh, this game is perfect for me. Once again, I'm going to be playing on my own thing, and I'll form my own opinions on there when the time comes. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!
Whoa, 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 I'm just a man missing you. Please understand, without you, I'm dying.